The night was quiet. The streets were mostly empty. Maya walked alone, holding her phone in one hand and her bag in the other. She had just left her friend Lily's apartment and was heading home. The air felt strange.
Cold. Heavy.
She looked behind her twice. Someone was there. She couldn't see their face, just a dark shape moving slowly in the shadows. Her heart started beating faster. She unlocked her phone and quickly typed a message to her best friend, Ethan. Text: I think someone's following me. Time on the screen: 9:42 p.m. She pressed send. Then she picked up her pace, walking faster, but trying not to look scared. She didn't want to run. Not yet. Street lights flickered above her. Her footsteps echoed. Behind her, the sound of another pair of footsteps matched her own, one step behind. She didn't look back this time. And then the street turned darker. She passed a closed shop, then a gas station. The lights were dim. Her phone buzzed. Ethan had replied. What do you mean? Where are you? But Maya never got the chance to answer. Ethan was sitting on his bed, scrolling through his phone, when Maya's message appeared. I think someone's following me. His eyes widened. He sat up straight and typed back quickly. What do you mean? Where are you? He waited. Seconds passed. Then a minute. No reply. He checked the time. 9:43 p.m. He typed again.
Maya?
Are you okay? Please text me back. Still nothing. He tried calling her. The phone rang once, then stopped. He tried again. This time, it went straight to voicemail. His stomach dropped. Something didn't feel right. He stood up, grabbed his hoodie, and rushed toward the door. He tried calling one more time. Still no answer. The only sound in his room now was the low buzz of silence. Something was wrong. Very wrong. Ethan stood just outside his apartment building, phone in hand. His fingers were shaking a little as he tapped Maya's name on the screen. He held the phone to his ear. One ring, then silence. Call ended. He frowned and tried again. This time, the call didn't even ring. A robotic voice said, "The number you're trying to reach is currently switched off. Please try again later." His heart sank. Switched off. Maya never turned off her phone. Even when the battery was low, she always carried a power bank. He stared at the screen for a moment, unsure of what to do. Then, he tried texting again. Maya, please answer. I'm getting worried. He waited. The message showed as delivered, but not seen. The street around him was quiet, the night still. But inside Ethan's chest, a storm was starting. Something was wrong. And he knew. This wasn't just a bad feeling. This was real. The next day, Detective Carla Dorsey visits a small gas station near Maya's last known location. She asks the clerk, "Do you have security cameras facing the street?" The man nods.
Yeah.
One right above the sign. They rewind the footage from the night before, 9:42 p.m. The black and white video shows Maya walking along the sidewalk. She's alone, moving quickly, holding her phone tightly. She keeps glancing behind her. Seconds later, a dark figure appears about 15 feet behind her. The person is wearing a hoodie, head down, walking slowly, too slowly. Carla leans closer to the screen. Suddenly, the video glitches. The screen jumps. The image becomes fuzzy for 3 full seconds. When it clears up, Maya is still walking, but the dark figure is gone. Carla rewinds and plays it again. Same glitch. Same timing. Almost like the camera didn't want to show what happened next. She pauses the video on Maya's face. Her expression is scared, eyes wide, lips slightly open, like she's about to run. Carla writes it down. Gas station footage. Maya followed. Unknown figure. Glitch at 9:43 p.m. Whatever happened in those missing 3 seconds, it changed everything. The next morning, Ethan didn't sleep at all. He had stayed up texting, calling, checking Maya's social media. Still no reply.
No updates.
No signs she made it home. By 7 a.m., panic had turned into fear. He grabbed his jacket and rushed to the local police station. Inside, he walked up to the front desk, his voice shaky. "I need to report someone missing. Her name is Maya Bennett. She never came home last night." The officer behind the desk nodded calmly. "How long has she been missing?" "Since around 9:45 last night. She texted me. She said someone was following her." He showed them the messages. That got their attention. 10 minutes later, Detective Carla Dorsey entered the room. Mid-40s, sharp eyes, calm voice. She sat across from Ethan in a small interview room. "Tell me everything," she said. Ethan repeated the full story. Maya's text, the silence, the calls going to voicemail. Carla took notes quickly. Then she looked up. Did she have any enemies? Was anyone bothering her lately? Ethan shook his head. "Not that I know of. But she always said she felt like someone was watching her. I thought she was just stressed." Carla stood up. "We'll open a missing persons case now." Her tone was serious. "She didn't just vanish," Ethan whispered. Carla looked at him. "We're going to find her," she said. But deep inside, even she wasn't sure. Detective Carla Dorsey and 2 officers arrive at Maya's apartment around 9 a.m. They knock on the door. No answer. Ethan is with them. "She always locks her door, but I have her spare key," he says quietly. He unlocks the door, and they step inside. The apartment is small, neat, and quiet. Too quiet. The living room light is still on. A soft yellow glow fills the space. On the kitchen counter, a mug of coffee sits, steam still rising. Carla walks over and gently touches the cup. Still warm. It was made not long ago. In the living room, Maya's purse is on the table. Her phone charger is plugged in. Her favorite hoodie hangs on the back of the chair. Her shoes are by the door. But she's not there. The bathroom is empty. The bedroom is untouched. The bed is made. No signs of a struggle. No signs of her leaving in a rush. Yet something feels off. Carla slowly looks around. She notices the window, open just a little. The curtain sways in the breeze. On the windowsill, a faint smudge like a fingerprint. She glances at Ethan. He's standing in the doorway, staring at the untouched coffee. "She was here," he says, barely above a whisper. "She was just here." Carla nods slowly. "Yes," she says. And then she wasn't. Later that evening, Ethan sits alone in his room, staring at his phone. He's exhausted. He hasn't eaten. His hands are still shaking from everything that's happened. The sun has gone down, and his room is now lit only by a small desk lamp. Then his phone rings. Unknown number. No name. No location. He hesitates, then slowly answers. "Hello." At first, there's nothing. Just silence. Then breathing. Slow, steady, right next to the speaker. Ethan's heart races. He speaks again, louder. "Hello? Who is this?" The breathing continues for a few more seconds. Then click. The line goes dead. He stares at the screen, frozen. No message.
No voicemail.
Just the empty feeling in his chest. He calls the number back. Call failed. The number is blocked. He sits there, phone in hand, barely breathing. And a cold thought creeps into his mind. Someone knows. Someone is watching. It's just after 3:30 a.m. Ethan can't sleep. He's scrolling through his phone, looking through old photos of Maya. Then, suddenly, a notification pops up. Maya posted a new story. 18 minutes ago. His blood runs cold. He opens Instagram with shaky hands. The screen loads, and there it is. A single photo. It's dark. Almost too dark to see clearly. But after adjusting the brightness, the image becomes clearer. It's a photo of trees. Bare branches reaching up like twisted fingers. Fog covers the ground. The photo looks like it was taken deep in the woods. In the middle of the picture, something is hanging from a tree branch. It's blurry, but it looks like a bag or maybe a piece of clothing. Ethan zooms in. It's a jacket. And it looks exactly like the one Maya wore the night she disappeared. His heart pounds in his chest. He screenshots the story and dials Detective Dorsey immediately. She just posted something, he says, voice shaking. But her phone's still off. This shouldn't be possible. Dorsey answers firmly. Send it to me now. We need to trace the location. But Ethan already knows. That picture wasn't posted by Maya. Someone else has her phone. And they want it to be seen. Detective Carla Dorsey sits at her desk, staring at the photo Ethan sent her. The trees. The fog. The thing hanging in the dark. It doesn't feel like a warning. It feels like an invitation. She calls the department's tech team. Trace the last known location of Maya Bennett's phone, she says. And cross-check it with that Instagram upload time, 3:12 a.m. 20 minutes later, they call her back. We got it, the tech says. The last ping came from an area just outside town. A place called Old Hollow Trail. Carla pauses. She's heard that name before. A forest people don't visit at night. Known for being quiet too quiet. Send me the GPS coordinates, she replies. She hangs up and calls Ethan. We found where the post came from, she tells him. Her phone was near a hiking trail deep in the woods. You ever hear of it? Old Hollow? Ethan says softly. Yeah. Maya used to say it creeped her out. Carla grabs her coat and badge. She knows time is running out. If her phone is there, she says, then someone or something still is. Early the next morning, a small search team gathers at the edge of Old Hollow Trail. Detective Carla Dorsey leads the group. 3 officers, 2 dogs, and Ethan walk beside her. The forest is cold, foggy, and strangely quiet. Birds aren't singing. No wind moves the trees. Only the sound of footsteps crunching leaves fills the air. They walk deeper in. About half a mile in, one of the dogs starts barking. Its handler kneels down and picks something up from the ground. A scarf. Soft. Light brown. Slightly torn on the edge. Ethan stares at it. That's hers, he whispers. She wore that the night she disappeared. Carla takes it and carefully places it in a plastic evidence bag. Then one of the officers calls out from a few feet away. Detective, over here. They gather around. At the base of a large tree, there's a patch of disturbed earth. It's a hole. Not deep, about 2 feet wide. But the soil is loose, freshly dug. Everyone goes silent. Carla steps closer and shines her flashlight inside. There's something buried. Cloth. Hair. A button. She doesn't touch it. Mark the area, she says firmly. We're calling in forensics. As they step back, Ethan can't take his eyes off the scarf in Carla's hand. She was here, he says softly. Last night she was right here. And now? Only the forest knows what happened next. That evening, Ethan returns to Maya's apartment with permission from Detective Dorsey. The place is still quiet. Nothing has changed since the police searched it. The half-full coffee mug still sits on the counter. Her purse is still on the table. Everything feels frozen, like she could walk back in any minute. But she doesn't. Ethan walks slowly into her bedroom. The soft scent of her perfume still hangs in the air. On her desk, he notices a small, leather notebook. Her journal. He picks it up gently and sits on the edge of the bed. He flips through the pages. At first, it's full of normal things. Class notes, thoughts about her future, a few doodles, some poems. Then the tone changes. Later pages talk about fear. One entry says, I hear noises at night. I think someone's outside my window. Another, I keep seeing the same man near campus. Dark clothes. Watching me. Ethan keeps flipping. Near the end, the writing becomes messy. Fast. Rushed. Like she was writing in a panic. Then on the last page, in shaky handwriting, "He watches me even when I sleep." Ethan stares at the words. His chest tightens. His hands tremble. He realizes Maya was scared for a long time, and no one knew how serious it was. She tried to tell someone. Through this journal. Now it's all that's left of her voice. The next day, Detective Carla Dorsey goes door to door, asking Maya's neighbors if they saw anything unusual in the past week. Most say no, but one man, Mr. Grayson, who lives in the apartment across the hall, stops her. He's in his late 60s, quiet, careful with his words. "I didn't think much of it at first," he says, "but now, I should have said something." Carla leans in. "What did you see?" Mr. Grayson clears his throat. "A few nights before Maya went missing, maybe around midnight, I saw someone standing outside her building, right across the street." He points out his window. "Over there, near that tree. Just standing." "Could you see who it was?" "Not clearly. It was dark. But he was tall, wearing a black hoodie, hood up. He never moved. Just stared at her window." Carla's eyes narrow. "Which window?" He points again. "Maya's bedroom window." "How long was he there?" she asks. "Maybe 15, 20 minutes. I watched from my kitchen." Then he walked away. Quiet. Like he'd done it before. Carla takes notes. "Why didn't you report it?" Mr. Grayson lowers his head. "I thought he was just some guy passing through. But now, I know better." Carla thanks him and walks back outside. She looks up at Maya's window. If what he said is true, someone was watching her before she even realized it. And they weren't just watching. They were planning. 2 days later, Detective Carla Dorsey returns to Maya's building with a small team. They begin checking the outside of the property for anything that might have been missed. Behind the apartment, near a row of trash bins, one officer notices a small metal shed. It's old, rusted, and locked with a heavy padlock. Carla walks over. "Did anyone search this yet?" she asks. "The landlord says no. It's been here for years. No one uses it anymore." She nods. "Cut the lock." The officer uses bolt cutters to snap the rusted padlock. It falls to the ground with a loud clunk. Carla slowly pulls the door open. Inside, it's dark and cold. Dust floats in the air. The smell is musty and something else, rotting wood or something worse. They shine flashlights around. There's a small chair, a dirty blanket, and a few old cans on the floor. But on the back wall, deep, rough scratches. Long, desperate marks. Like someone tried to claw their way out. Carla steps forward and kneels down. Near the corner, half buried under the blanket, she sees something. She carefully pulls it out. It's a phone.
Cracked. Broken.
She turns it over. The back cover is scratched, but the faded sticker says it clearly. Maya B. Ethan, standing nearby, gasps. That's her phone. She always had that sticker on it. Carla's hands tighten around the device. Someone took her. Someone locked her in here. And now they were cleaning up the evidence too late. Because now the truth is starting to come out. Back at the police station, Detective Carla Dorsey sits in the evidence room with Maya's broken phone. It's cracked, but the tech team manages to power it on, just for a few minutes. The screen flickers. The battery is nearly dead. They search the voice memos. Only one recording stands out. It was saved 3 nights before Maya disappeared. Carla hits play. At first, there's only silence. Then, the soft sound of breathing. It's Maya. She's whispering. Her voice is quiet, afraid, shaking. "Please go away, please." A pause. Then a muffled noise, like a door creaking. More breathing. Then a soft whimper. "Why are you doing this?" A thud. Something metal. Then the recording ends. The room goes silent. Carla takes a deep breath. Her hands tighten around the phone. She closes her eyes for a moment. That voice, the fear in it, was real. Maya knew someone was there, and she recorded her final moments, hoping someone would one day hear it. Now they have. And whoever was out there was close. Too close. Back at Maya's apartment, Detective Carla Dorsey asks the forensics team to recheck every surface, especially the bedroom window, the one Maya's neighbor said someone was watching. The team dusts the glass carefully. Within minutes, a match comes in. Clear fingerprints. Left side of the window just under the lock. They run them through the system. Then a hit. The name pops up on Carla's screen. Derek Cole. Age: 36. Arrested twice in the past. Charges: stalking, trespassing, breaking and entering. Victims: always young women. Always alone. Carla's eyes narrow. She reads further. He used to work maintenance at a nearby college. Let go for making female students uncomfortable. And one more detail stops her cold. He once lived 3 blocks from Maya's apartment. She calls Ethan. Do you know a Derek Cole? She asks. No, he replies. I've never heard of him. Well, Carla says, voice sharp. His fingerprints are on Maya's bedroom window. And he's done this before.
Ethan goes silent.
Carla puts out an active search alert. Derek isn't just a name anymore. He's a real person. And now he's the prime suspect. After identifying Derek Cole as the main suspect, Detective Carla Dorsey puts out a statewide alert. Police begin searching for him at all known addresses, old jobs, and places he was last seen. But Derek is gone. No credit card use. No phone activity.
No witnesses.
Then, 2 days later, they get a call from a small town 40 miles away. An abandoned white cargo van has been found in the corner of a quiet public parking lot behind an old movie theater. The van is burned. The windows are blackened. The metal is scorched. The license plate is barely visible. But it's enough. It matches Derek Cole's registered vehicle. Detective Dorsey arrives at the scene. She walks slowly around the van. There are no signs of movement inside. Just ashes. Melted plastic. Charred seats. One of the officers looks at her. Someone torched it on purpose. She nods. To destroy evidence. Firefighters say the fire was likely set late at night, using gasoline. There are no cameras nearby.
No witnesses.
Inside the van, the forensics team finds something strange. The fire didn't reach the glove box, which is jammed shut. They pry it open, and inside, they find a flash drive covered in soot, but still intact. Carla picks it up carefully, holding it in a gloved hand. She doesn't say anything, but her eyes are sharp. She knows. Whatever's on this drive could finally show what happened to Maya. Back at the police station, Detective Carla Dorsey sits in the evidence room with a forensics tech. They've cleaned the flash drive found inside Derek's burned van. It still works. Carla plugs it into a secure police laptop. A folder appears on the screen. MB, Maya Bennett. Inside are several video files, all unnamed. Just dates. Carla opens the first one. It's grainy footage, taken from across the street. The camera is hidden. Maya is walking into her apartment building. The next video, Maya at the grocery store. Another, Maya sitting at a cafe, looking at her phone, smiling, completely unaware. Carla's stomach turns. She clicks on a video labeled with a date just 1 week before Maya disappeared. The footage is inside her apartment. The angle is low, like the camera was hidden maybe in a vent or behind furniture. Maya walks into her bedroom, puts down her bag, and takes off her coat. She looks tired. She lies on the bed with her eyes closed. The video keeps recording for over an hour. She had no idea someone was watching her. Carla leans back in her chair, shaken. She fast-forwards through more videos. More footage from inside Maya's home. Different days. Different angles. Someone had broken in and placed hidden cameras. and that someone was Derek Cole. The last video is corrupted. It won't open. Carla sends it to tech for recovery. She closes the laptop slowly, breathing deep. This wasn't random. It was planned. And now they had proof. Derek had been hunting Maya long before she ever knew it. 6 weeks pass. Maya's case is still open. Detective Carla Dorsey continues working day and night, but Derek Cole has vanished without a trace. Flyers are still up. Ethan still checks her social media, hoping for anything. Then, on a cold Sunday afternoon, a 911 call comes in. 2 hikers were walking near a remote path in Old Hollow Trail, far from where the original search team stopped. They smelled something strange, followed it through the trees. And then they saw it. Bones. Half buried beneath leaves and dirt. Clothing nearby, torn, faded, a light brown scarf. Detectives and forensics rush to the scene. The area is sealed off. Carla stands quietly as the recovery team carefully lifts the bones. No full body, just pieces, like someone tried to hide the remains. Among the items found, a broken necklace with the letter M and a small silver ring Ethan says belonged to Maya. A week later, the DNA test comes back. It's Maya. Carla delivers the news to Ethan in person. He sits in silence for a long time, then finally whispers, "She was all alone out there." Carla nods, her voice heavy, but not forgotten. Maya's body is returned to her family. The town holds a quiet memorial. But one thing still haunts everyone. Derek Cole is still missing. It's been 2 weeks since Maya's remains were found. Ethan is still trying to move forward, but nothing feels normal. Some nights, he stays up looking at old photos of them. Some nights, he hears things outside his window that make his skin crawl. One night, just past 2 a.m., Ethan is in bed, scrolling through his messages. Suddenly, a new text appears. No name, no number, just a gray bubble. "You should have gone with her." Ethan sits up fast, his chest tight. He stares at the screen. The message is there, clear as day. He tries to reply, message failed. He checks the number, no caller ID. Untraceable. He tries to call it back, call blocked. He looks around his room, suddenly feeling like someone is watching. He checks the windows, the locks, the front door. Everything is closed, but he can't shake the feeling that someone is outside. Or worse, already inside. He forwards a message to Detective Dorsey. She replies instantly. "Don't delete it. I'm on my way." Ethan sits in the dark, heart racing. The nightmare isn't over. Whoever took Maya knows who Ethan is. And they're not finished yet. Months pass. The police follow every lead. Detective Carla Dorsey never stops searching. But Derek Cole is never found.
No sightings.
No calls.
No trace.
It's like he vanished into the air. Maya's case remains open, marked as unsolved. Ethan moves away. He tries to rebuild his life, but the past follows him. Every year, on the night Maya disappeared, he lights a candle and leaves it by her photo. Some people still hike near Old Hollow Trail, though fewer now. They say the woods feel different, heavier, colder. And sometimes, just before midnight, they hear something strange. A phone ringing in the distance. Faint, echoing through the trees. It never stops. But when someone tries to follow the sound, there's nothing there. Just the forest. And silence. As if it's waiting for someone else to answer the call.